Yeah, so I actually heard about ExCo just through like a friend of mine that I grew up with. And we were like going to San Francisco State together, and I had just moved there and I didn't know anyone. And he was like, "Oh, there's this really cool program." Because this was like, I don't know, the beginning of the pandemic or whatever. And I was like, "Oh, I still really want to get involved in school, but I didn't have any time to like join any clubs." And he was like, "Oh, you should do this program." And yeah, I just thought it sounded really cool. And like I did an education major like at the city college that I went to. And so it's just like been something that I'm interested in. And then I also just think that like I'm teaching a sex and dating class, and I think that it's cool to be able to like create this like really like open and comfortable discussion about a topic that's like not talked about all the time. And I feel like that's just motivating, being able to see like my students like be vulnerable and talk about something that might be like awkward.
I was an RSA and I worked with Erin and Julianne Steiny. Um, and so I was aware of their classes. And then the next semester, I took both Remy and Marissa's classes.
ExCo threw flyers on in the HSS building, actually, like those in-person flyers. I kept seeing that, and I saw a link to an Instagram page. Um, and from there, I then messaged the Instagram page, and then they gave me all the information and the link to the website and all that kind of stuff.
All right.
I first learned about it. I don't know if you know her, as former ExCo teacher Maya, who was another student leader on campus. We were both RAs in Village, and we were just talking. And she was kind of telling me about ExCo since I'm going into being a teacher, saying I should do it. And I started talking about like my engagement in the autism community, and she told me that I should totally teach a class on that. So that's what got me into it.
And my biggest motivation for joining ExCo is actually Marissa. Marissa was the one who introduced me to ExCo. She's the one who was like, "Hey, Hillary, next semester, here's," she was like, "here's ExCo, you should look into it." And she gave me like a little spiel, and I was just like, "Oh," and I was like, "Okay." I was like, I've never actually been in a position where I'm like actually in a class, like basically in a classroom teaching, like during the whole term. So I was like, okay, this is gonna be a new experience for me. I've seen people do it. I can do this. Let's give this a try. And so far, it's been really nice. And I'm starting to understand like a lot of the people I worked with in the summer and like what they're going through a little bit. And it's been real nice. Marissa and I are in ASU, so Asian Student Union, and she is basically my advisor. She's one of my peer advisors, yeah.
Posted about it in like the whole group, but then I also was just like, "Hillary, you should really do this. Like this would be a really great opportunity since we have like an internship program." And that's how we kind of like got into this thing, is because I was a previous coordinator and then she's the one running the program now. So I was like, this would have been perfect if I had known about it for like my students when I was the coordinator. So I was like, this is a great opportunity for yours and all the previous or all the next ones. So I hope that internship will continue to be an ExCo class.
I have started talking to someone already who's interested in being internship core.
I'm so excited. I'm so happy.